Assalamualaikum. My name is Saiful. Um, my team and I will be presenting about Nakajima 12-step in Introduction of TPM. Alright. This is my team member. In order is Hazim, Haikal, Surendran, Ikil, and myself, Saiful. Alright. The company that we chose for our assignment is Perodua. Perodua has been established since 1993 and now have the manufacturing facility in Rawang, Selangor. Since the establishment of Perodua, they have been in strategic partnership with Daihatsu, UMW, and Highcom. They are renowned for their compact cars, which are cheap, fuel efficient, and reliable. Since the establishment of the Perodua also, they have adapting the just-in-time inventory system, which only producing the car that is needed. This reducing decreasing the inventory while maximizing the efficiency. They also have been implementing total production maintenance and also by partnership with Daihatsu, they they implementing the dojo training. The dojo which stand for Daihatsu Operating for Joint Operation.
Hi, hello. I'm here to explain about the literature study of the TPM, which I studied in the net and also some media social about TPM. So I will start with the flowchart first. The first is literature review. Following that, the paper summary based on paper identity, research object, and research results actually. So, and following that, the method approach suggested in TPM, what kind of method actually they suggested or the approach suggested in the TPM. So there are two factors actually. You can see the flow chart over there. The first factor is success factors in implementing TPM. The second is failure factor in implementing TPM. So there are the two factors mainly approach suggested in the TPM actually. So following that, gaps in the current literature on TPM and agenda for the future research maybe. So the agenda for future research is the gaps in the current literature of the TPM is important as well in the literature study. So following that, the most important thing and the most backbone thing for the literature study is the result. The result is based on the literature study and they conclude the findings altogether and make conclusion about the literature study. So these are the flowchart of the TPM literature study. Following that, you can see the table over here. These are the TPM initiative according to 20 are concentrated on addressing significant losses and waste associated with the production system by affecting continuous and systematic evaluations of the production system. So you can see over there the 5 columns. The first column is about the dimension 6, 18, 21, 11, 19. Those are the dimensions. And following the 4 columns are autonomous maintenance, planned maintenance, quality maintenance, and education training. So there's the star based on the dimensions and also the maintenance things in the column. Following that, those are the example studies related to this case. As a literature study of the TPM, I get read more than 10 kind of literature study, and I showed that 3 are the example of the literature study which most I studied and appreciate of. The first is Mecca Vittel and Camilo Lima in 2020. They wrote a literature study maybe about the verify the use of the productive system capacity at industrial company with TPM. This case is maybe something interesting where in the analysis of the evaluation results of the TPM pillars it was verified the importance of the specific improvement and plant maintenance pillars which after its implementation. This actually kind of interesting literature study those Mecca Vittel and Camilo Lima did together. The second thing is Palonima Velas at 2020. She also write about the TPM maintenance at construction sector. This is also kind of interesting. The proposed maintenance process simulation can reduce the average waiting time between failures, which can be reduced by 7 hours from 13 hours. She tell that the waiting hours or the failure which can be reduced 7 hours from 13 hours, it's a big thing actually. The novel or the article based on the thing. So if we read about that, we can know more detail about the novel. So the third study is Lucamando et al. On the year of 2020. He explained about the TPM and FMEA approach at manufacturing. This kind of something long study about the article. So the short the conclusion of the finding of the book or article is the drop excited IMC from the operation line was repaired they at expense of IDR 5 or 6 MIDR and rolling slit damage 10 days at cost of 34 MIDR. This is like something a serious issue or maybe a serious case study might I read actually. So those are the three examples of the paper summary I did for the literature study. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hazim Aman bin Hazman from BMMM 1/1. My number matrix is B01020111. Okay. Now I will explain about the result. Okay, for the result, to gather information from our observation for the section, we use the CMMS application. The asset can be determined from there. The historical data needed to achieve these efficiencies is provided by a CMMS. For instance, maintenance specialists can investigate asset failures to identify the underlying cause. The technician will be able to learn how each machine tends to break down as a result of this. Okay, as you can see, this picture show the failure code list for the car in the manufacturing. Now I will explain about discussion. For discussion, we describe 12 steps of TPM. I will explain step 1, which is announce top management decision to introduce TPM. Okay, first, to increase their market share by increasing the promotion effort. Second, to provide a better service to Produa car owner for the purpose of strengthening the customer relationship. Third, to get a better competitive advantage to place themselves in a better position in the automobile industry, both locally and globally. Okay, the lastly is to measure environmental responsibility. Now I will explain the step 2, which is launch educational campaign. All employees at Produa have access to learning and development opportunities. By inspiring and training people to become competent and qualified professionals, it is to ensure that employees are prepared to confront the difficulties facing the automotive sector. The range of the programs includes technical and corporate trainings that center on fundamental, core, and functional skills. The programs are specifically designed to accommodate workers at all levels. We aim to provide high-quality training to create qualified professionals. And now 5 types of dojo, which is first, foundation, second, sales, third, service, fourth, parts, and the lastly is distribution dojo. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Kili Munawara binti Muhammad Jama'in, matric number B0920103114. I will continue for the next step. For the step 3 TPM promotion, Produa use advertisement like internet to leading customer to website. Produa also using media like television to focus on branding and positioning and interactive magazine. For the step 4, establish basic TPM policy and goal. This is an example of the goal use. Create and put into practice a routine preventive maintenance schedule. Set up a system for monitoring and logging downtime, maintenance history, and income performance. Next, create an inventory management system. Establish a method for maintaining a history of maintenance and repair. And last is, establish a system for tracking each piece of equipment performance, maintenance history, and downtime. Step 5, preparation and formulation of a master plan. There is 8 pillars and their benefit that Produa using, such as, for example, development management is for design new equipment based on prior TPM activity. The benefit is for the new equipment reach full potential. Step 6, kick off. Produa had hired SCE for the video streaming technology and create the bespoke platform for the live stream session. There were up to 1,000 dealers join in remotely on the virtual platform to witness the most significant historical event. And last from me, Step 7, develop an equipment management program. The maintenance supervisor from Pro2 manage program by use Kaizen concept, promotes predictive and preventive maintenance plan, kunci maintenance staff follow the Jesus standard, and participate in government agency audit, BOSH. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Aika bin Amran, numeric B0920103997. Today, I want to present about the NAKAJIMA'S 12 step in Introduction of TPM. Okay, I will continue the following step. In the 8th step, develop a planned maintenance program. Perdua, learning and development, provide learning and development opportunity to all of employees. It is to ensure employees are ready to face the automotive industry challenge by motivating the development employee to be competent and qualified professional. Produa have 5 planned maintenance programs such as Produa Technical Education System, Technical Training, Sijil Kemahiran Malaysia SKM, In-house Certification Program and Corporate Training. Okay, the next step is develop an autonomous maintenance program. As we know, Produa use a concept Produa Dojo. Dojo is the place where training activities are conducted in our pursuit to acquire the necessary professional skill, discipline and spirit. Do is the way of acquire professional skill, discipline and spirit. Jo is the place where training activities are being conducted. In the slide, you can see the human development skill that Produa have provide. Okay, the following step is increase skill of production and maintenance personnel. Maintenance skills are those used to inspect, diagnose and solve problem with machines and or building. They are also used to perform basic repair or take preventive measures to ensure the life and functioning of various types of equipment. Produa have many personal skill, but I choose only 5 personal skill that Produa have been give to their employee. The first one is creative, critical and analytical thinking. Second one, communication and relationship. Third, coaching and mentoring. Number 4, self-empowerment. And lastly is planning and organizing. Okay, for the last step is develop early equipment management program. Early equipment management program is also occasionally referred to as TPM for design to highlight the fact that it is about the early involvement of existing operator and maintenance at the very start of the capital equipment investment, namely at the concept and definition stage. Product use 5 principles. The first principle is increase the overall equipment effectiveness, OEE, improve existing plant maintenance system, PM, make frontline routine asset care part of the job. Principle 4, increase the skill, and the lastly is early equipment management. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
In conclusion, Produa had been implementing TPM since its established. They also have had done a lot of research and development in order to improve their company. We found there are several success factors that lead to the achievement nowadays of Produa, but mainly it all related to total production maintenance and the dojo that they are practicing. In in order to implement the TPM in Produa company, they are following the Nakajima's 12 step, which in result had improved their production, the quality, and reduce the cost and also reduce the breakdown time. In summary, Produa also adapting the just-in-time inventory system, which in result, they have been maximizing their efficiency. That's all from us. Thank you.